Ladies and gents, hello and welcome. My name, of course, is Over the Potato. This, I was waiting to say Factorio, but it's not Factorio, it's Factory Town. Yeah, things are going well. In the last episode, we set up a very long route for this truck to transport crowns from the packager over here to the packager over here. I've had a little bit of a think about how we want to do this. I'm thinking that the best way to go about fixing up a system that actually works is to use a minecart system. And I'm thinking that the reason that we do that is because for whatever reason the trucks just aren't working. Yeah, this truck just is not doing what it's supposed to do. I'm gonna drag it all the way over here. Also, if it looks a little bit choppy, that is because I think there is so much stuff going on the screen at once. So we're gonna try and do most of our big planning decisions in the pause screen. So let's go and set up some paths. Magic rails. Yeah, I'm interested in magic rails to an extent, but not super interested, to be honest. I'm also thinking that what we do is we take the track out here, out the side, down here, down here, down here to there. So we just have a nice little circle around here. We'll give it a crack. We'll see how it goes. All right, first things first, let's remove some of these resources. Page up. There we go. Get rid of all of this. Beautiful. And let's get some tracks down. That's not that. There we go. Perfect. Not quite perfect, but pretty darn close to perfect. There we go. Okay. Let's see where we can make this track go. We don't want it to be too close to the farms. But at the end of the day, if it is a little close, we can just about deal with it. Okay. Really not super thrilled how this pathing works, but that's okay. Right. Yeah, I need to get a little bit better at making this whole system work for me, but that's fine. There we go. Round the side, we really do want to keep it pretty darn tight over here, I think is what we're looking for. Let's get the resource removal tool out. And let's just sort of bulldoze all of this stuff over here. There we go. And we'll bulldoze a whole heck of a lot of trees there as well. Don't really want to bulldoze anything else if I can avoid it. Get rid of that, maybe. And that'll be us, I think. Should have no issues with that whatsoever. Okie doke. I don't think that there's any issues when it comes to elevation over here, but there may be. So I'm just trying to be as cautious as I possibly can. Also, I don't think that we're going to have enough rails. Yeah, we do not have enough rails. Huh. Alright. Truthfully, a little bit shocked by that. I thought we had tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of rails, but apparently I was misinformed. I need to get some better information. We should be outputting a whole bunch of rails now, though. Yeah. Why are we not outputting more rails? We got a lot of belts. We got a lot of magic belts. We need more iron, to be honest. Yeah, we need more iron. Do we need to bump up the number of people in this forge? I think we do, to be honest. Yeah. Quite a lot of iron to be using. And also, speaking of which, we need to get the iron connected up to the power grid. There we go. How is this power grid? It's looking pretty darn good. We should now have a little bit of a boost there, which is fantastic. I don't really want to look at my mana network at all, truth be told. Not even interested in looking at my mana network slightly, because I know it's going to look like total trash, and I don't want to deal with it. I haven't looked at logic blocks yet. I don't really want to. I'm avoiding it for as long as I reasonably can. And then I will look at it, obviously. But I just don't want to at the moment. Right. There's a carrot. Ah, there's a carrot there. I spy a carrot. Alright, well, let's get that resource removed. Because we simply do not need a carrot in our lives. Right, all the way up here. Perfect. Yeah, get you around there. Alright, this is going well. How many crowns have we got packaged up? Not there. Here, we got 18 packaged crowns. To be honest, we probably don't need to package them up. But it's just kind of fun, isn't it? Something to do, right? Also, we've got a serious lack of gold production. Not quite sure why that's happening. Let's continue removing these resources. Let's remove these resources as well. There we go. And then let's get some more gold. Oh no, we can't even do that because we need track. So we literally do not even have the opportunity to get gold. Right. Okay, well, let's think about getting gold for a while. We're kind of close. We're kind of close, I guess. In fact, you know what we should probably do? We should probably just bulldoze some of this. I mean, I will obviously relay it in a little bit. But, oh, you know what, actually? Is there any way that we could just do this system with a single track? I.e., if we just run one minecart. We could even run 2 minecarts. Huh, okay, hold on, I've got an idea. Let's run a little test. Let me get some more track first. There we go. Looking mighty fine. If I do say so myself. Then I will copy this. Right. Let's run our little test. There we go. Okay, so where's the nearest minecart? Minecart over there. Sure. Sign me up. Alright, so let's get that on the go. Now, let me check compute blocks. If I do... Hold up. Can I put a block on the track? No, that doesn't do anything apparently. I don't know if there's a signal gate. No, that doesn't seem to do anything either. I was just seeing if there was anything that actually worked. That happened when the... Oh. Right. I'm not entirely sure. Not entirely sure how that works. I mean, maybe agent trigger. We set it up with item filter with minecart. Wherever that is. Is that even a thing that we can select? This is all just pure speculation here, folks. Right, this is clearly not working, but this is by the by. What I wanted to see if I could do is, can I get a system? This might be a little bit ambitious here. Can I get a system that allows me to, like, sort of run off here? I don't think so. My sort of plan was, could we have, like, a little loop up at the top? I'm not making any sense right now, and I completely appreciate that. My logic was, right? Can we have a little loop here? And then head back out. You know what? That actually might not be the craziest thing in the world. So if I do this... So if I have a minecart, let me get another minecart. For all the time in the world, it's probably not that difficult. But if I get it to come there, and then we head it back out that way. So any way that I can reconnect that. Hold up. Does that work? Hey, that actually works. Okay, so this is a legit strat right here, folks. Okay, it turns out that this endeavor was not it was not put to waste. Let's do this right now. Okay, so we have a truck that comes in here. Up here, this is like so. Access type, output, yes. So it'll come. Let me think about this. Right, like this and like this. Okay, I think that is actually good enough. So you see we have one little loop up here, it comes back down into there. And that way we can basically cut down tremendously on the amount of track that we need in order to make this whole thing happen. Which means that we can get the track set up right now, which is the main thing. Right. Yep. Still don't have enough track, but that's okay. Because we actually now only need a little bit of track. There we go. Okay, that's looking pretty darn good. Let's take this track up. Since we don't need this stuff either. Might as well save it. There we go. And then you can come in right about here. Connect that up. And then we want a piece of track that goes in that direction. Right. Now the proof is in the pudding. Will it actually work? Who honestly knows? Let's give it a bash. We'll give it a little siding here so we can just connect the truck up. Looks good to me. I mean, one minecart should be ample for what we actually require it for. Yeah. Oh, struggling a little bit with that height, but seems like this is the little truck that could. Oh, are you gonna manage to get up here though? Yes, you will. No issues whatsoever. Great. That's really, really good. And then we want to go like so. Grabber, item filter, just do packaged goods. Yeah, item crates. There we go. And then you're going to be unpacked into here, which is going to be great. And then you're going to be transported. Transported to the specialty goods store, and then you're going to make me some big, big money. That is wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. That's great. And look, this truck can now, or this minecart can now manage to do this route entirely separately. That's great. That's fantastic. I'm so happy. I honestly can't believe that it's actually happening right now. What do you know, eh? What do you know? We don't have any air power over here. Right. Almost as soon as it actually starts happening, the rest of the power network goes into meltdown. Right. Where's all the air power? Why is this not working? You don't have enough. Oh, we need more mana power. Yeah, I think the reason that we've got mana power issues because of this. There we go. See if that makes a difference. Right, looking good. That should maybe deal with the flow a little bit. I still need to sort all of this stuff. I know. I'm acutely aware. I also don't want to sort it because it's just not that big of a priority at present. What am I doing research-wise? Water crystal? Or an earth crystal? I mean, I don't have access to either the water shrine or the earth shrine as of yet. I'm going to need to open up a little bit more territory. Given that there was a fire temple right there, I feel like there's got to be something out this way, right? Let's do it. Anything? There's a water crystal. That looks like a... Oh, no, that's a stone. That's more stones. A lot of earth stones over here, but no sign of anything remotely of interest. By that, again, nothing. Right, we need way more yellow coins. Where's our other truck that I just decommissioned at the start? Deliver crown to the specialty goods. There we go. Two trucks are now going to be operating the specialty goods delivery. Delivery of the crowns. That's the plan anyway. What have you got? Nothing? Nothing in there? We actually legitimately have nothing. Because we don't have any air power. How do we have no air power right now? I mean, I understand how it's happening because we just run out of the resources. It's a bit of a bummer, but it's almost entirely to do with this fire crystal thing here. Right. Is there anything that we can really do with fire crystals at present? I honestly do not know. Let's activate that. Yeah, so allow some air crystals to pass. That's the plan anyway. You know what we could do? This is all air power. We could put down transmitters. Transmitters and receivers in the real world. And then we could reconnect them back up via another transmitter. I.e. we could basically do what we do over here. But we could do it everywhere that there's an intersection. I mean, I don't hate that idea. It would take a lot of effort, a lot of energy. So therefore, I'm not really that interested, to be honest. Yeah, we're still getting... We've got a lot of crystals in there. Right, let's get a blocker in there. Let's open those bad boys up. Let's do that. That's not what I wanted. Why is there still a crystal right here? There we go. Looking much better. We need to free up some of these crystals over here. I'm going to try and micromanage this for a little bit just to make sure that I know what's going on. There we go. It's working a little bit better. We've got too many outputs over here. There we go. To let all of the disused crystals get through, and then we'll turn this off as well. Because we're just not getting enough air crystals through at the moment. That's the real problem. Right, now we'll let you back in. And there's no real specific use that we've got for crystals at the moment other than just powering stuff. Which is all very well, but it means that we're not really getting rid of them. Not really getting rid of them very fast anyway. Now I could either... I mean, I've got a couple of options on how I fix these problems. One is that I can learn to use logic blocks better. Two, actually, hold up. I've had a right old good idea. Get that. Get a grabber right there. Get that right there. And then you, hold on. Turn off. I want you to only take air crystals out. And then actively turn on. Right, good. Then we'll go mana pipe. Then we get rid of this. And we get rid of this. Just bring them out there. Something like that. I want to flush out all of the regular crystals that we had chilling around here. There we go. And now we can actually get rid of all of this. And then we connect you up there. Perfect. Okay, so that will hopefully resolve things slightly. Means that we will have a little bit more of a steady supply of air power crystals, which is quite important for crown production. Would you believe it? Yeah. Okay, activate that. Let a whole bunch of air crystals through. Beautiful. Just beautiful. We're still looking for the other shrines. It's just going to take a little bit of money to do that. That's why we're going to try and build up a little bit of a resource cache from the crowns down here. That's the plan anyway. That's the plan to get rich quick. We're going to get rich quick by selling jewels. That's pretty much it, to be honest. Yep, this is looking real good. Nothing to complain about there. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, next things next. We're looking for a certain number of resources in order to get to the next level. 7.5k gold, which is not going to be too difficult to do. 20 crowns and then 20 necklaces. Now, necklaces, we make crowns over here. What's required for a necklace? Is it made in the same place? Do we even have access to a necklace at the moment? We might not. Goodness gracious me, it's starting to get a little bit choppy, isn't it? I thought we did have access to a necklace. No, we don't. We need earth purification before we can get a necklace up and running. Right. Water purification and earth purification, both of those things will do. How are we doing for research materials? We got a lot of research materials there. That's grand. Great. Everything seems to be going pretty well. We should be making a bunch of crowns. We're not making as many crowns as we want to because we're just not getting enough gold. This was the long lost system that I've been looking for. There we go. Beautiful. Right. Mint me some gold, please. There we go. And then let's plonk a whole bunch of workers in there. And what do you know? Maybe that'll be just enough gold to make some more crowns a little bit quicker. Because boy oh boy, that's what we really need at the moment. Right, that's looking good. That's looking good. That's a pretty much constant production of crowns. Right, we're almost at our max capacity again. Which is somewhat of a bummer, but no worries. Yep, this is looking way smoother. Way smoother to me. Right, perfect. So that'll be crowns coming out a little bit quicker, which is great. Means that we're going to be able to get just that little bit more money, which is lovely. What are we currently spending all of our pennies on? I would imagine it's probably this air temple over here. How are we doing over at the fire temple? Are we still making stuff in the fire temple? To be honest, we probably shouldn't. We don't really need anything from the fire temple. Alright, whatever. What's the next area that we want to unlock? And we've got 2 blocks out there, 2 blocks, or sorry, 1 block out there, 2 blocks out here. Loads and loads of blocks out here. I feel like we've been pretty unlucky, honestly. We've guessed a bunch. Loads of apples right here. Great. Get rid of that. Get rid of that worker. Beautiful. Do we want to use... Oh, goodness me, this is choppy. Do we want to use the... We've got a, you know, a transportation facility over here. Do we want to use this for anything else? Problem is that we've only got 1 track over here, which is not super great. We could maybe do with expanding that a little bit. I'm just sort of thinking of what more can we do to try and make more money. Not much, honestly. The only thing that we could possibly do is get more gold. And we're honestly mining as much gold as we possibly can. Yeah, we're mining as much gold as we possibly can. Still no sign of pears. Not that I've spotted anyway. But that's not too much of an issue. Right, I can't believe it, but everything is actually looking relatively under control. What I can do... I should have done a long time ago. There we go. Get rid of all this nonsense. There we go. Get rid of all that. Again, we've got yet more issues with leather over here. How on earth is this not happening? This area needs mana crystals, and it's just not getting them at anywhere near the speed it's supposed to be getting them at. Right, get a blocker right over here. This is truly a nightmare. Right, activate that blocker. We just got too many. We've got too many. We've got too many of these stupid mana crystals around. And I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. There is a way to resolve this. There is absolutely a way to resolve this. It's just I'm not sure if we want to do it. Yeah, you know what? Let's try and resolve this issue. This is absolutely getting a little bit beyond a joke. So, there are 2 buildings that we're going to need. One is a mana transmitter. I can place a fire shrine now. That's real cool. Can't place any air shrines, unfortunately. Yes, so let's get a mana receiver. Place that there. Then a mana transmitter, which I know we've got right over here. Alright, let's see if that actually ends up being suitable. You know what? That's pretty much spot on. Mana receiver goes in there. The mana transmitter needs to go 2 blocks to the right. There we go. And then that connects back up there. Beautiful. So, without further ado, let's activate that. That will allow more resources to get past, which is great. Which means that we can finally restock this area and start using leather. I need to get a splitter somewhere. There. Beautiful. It's looking good to me. I'm thinking that this is one of the main branches, and therefore that's why we need to sort of take special precaution to make sure that we're always making sure that things work in this area. It's, you know, our air crystals are just too important not to have a constant supply of. We really need them in order to make money. And this way, we now no longer need this section of track. We also don't need this section of, I say track like it's... like it is actually track, but it isn't actually track. Yep, that's looking real good. That is looking really, really good. I don't want to say crisis averted, but I mean, almost crisis averted, right? Yeah, happy days. That is a pretty satisfying resolution, to be honest, to this whole saga. And it was done relatively easily as well. Yeah. That's looking good. And you know what? We've been rewarded for it handsomely. We're doing very, very well in terms of finances at the moment. Primarily because we've got a whole bunch of packaged crowns. They're being unpackaged at a pretty swift rate, I think. Now, I can add an air booster to that packager. Can I add an air booster? I can add a fire booster over here to the forge. Can't add any boosters to the mines, unfortunately. That's a bit of a bummer, but hey-ho. Yeah, you know what? You know what? I'll settle for this. This is a good improvement. Look at that. Lots of happiness. Lots and lots of happiness. If we've got a consistently large amount of happiness, 210 I think is the largest that I've ever seen. 211 is probably the largest, really. But if that is the case, then that is truly a real endorsement that we're able to provide the resources fairly consistently. The good news is that we seem to have finished our the leather issues that we had plaguing this area seem to have been resolved, which is really, really nice. It seems that we're making magic cloaks at a fairly high rate, which is going to be yet more purple coins, which is pretty darn good. We're still making a whole bunch of bandages. We need a little bit more cloth production. A little bit more cloth production probably wouldn't go amiss. We could actually do with upgrading some more of this belt over here. There we go. Right. The more we can get upgraded over here, the better. As far as I see it, because then these resources can be supplied just that little bit faster. Right. So as long as we have a little bit less congestion on the belt, then this whole process will have been worth it. Yeah, that's looking pretty darn good. That is looking pretty darn good. Honestly, it's probably almost worth us having our own bespoke cloth belt at this rate. It's pretty darn important. Why are we full up over here? Where are you going? What's going on here? Where's the wagon? Hold up. Who takes... Alright, so we've got a silo full of these, things. Alright. Not quite sure why that's happening, but hey-ho. Can we perhaps get another silo or some other storage mechanism? Is there an empty barn nearby? There's an empty barn nearby. That's great. Right, this wagon we're not doing anything with. Let's get it to take resources from the silo to the barn. Alrighty then. Looks like we got a little bit of a congestion here. Right. Can delete that, and delete that as well. Right, not sure why there's an issue here, but hey ho. There we go. Do that. What do? You're not actually doing anything at the moment, wagon. Also, it doesn't look like that area is accessible. Now is it accessible? Looks good to me. Great. Happy days. As long as we can make as many, whatever you call it, reinforced planks as possible, the more the merrier as far as I'm concerned, really. Look at that, 228 happiness. That is darn good. That is darned impressive. What is not impressive is the frame rate, because I'm seeing thousands of little blue and yellow things zip through the air. 20 crowns. 20 crowns is not that difficult to do. Might just be able to survive that. Get rid of that. Get rid of animal feed. Get rid of carrots. Get rid of milk. Get rid of that. Right, that's looking fine. It's funny how the value of resources changes in relation to me. Like I now see like 19 mana crystals in the base, and I think, wow, that's absolutely not worth it. But you know, obviously, when we were just starting to experiment with mana crystals, that sounds really rather related to some nefarious substances. But anyway, when we were first starting to experiment with crystals, you know, it was a little bit strange. It was a little bit strange to have them just lying around. So you'd want to keep them and, you know, shift them back into production somehow. But now it's not, you know, we don't even bat an eyelid when we see a fat stack of crystals. Right, why is this being an issue? There we go. A little bit smoother. As long as the forge is outputting constantly, then that's all good with me. Do we want to add a fire booster? You know, I feel like if we wanted to add a fire booster, we could. I don't really understand how that would fit into things. However, it would be kind of cool. It's going to be a pain to get it sorted, though. So, by that rationale, I'm thinking maybe not. Honestly, everything is going so well. Like there's nothing to report on really. It's all fine. Airstone, it says I can't place airstone. I'm trying to copy the airstone, but I know that I actually can copy airstone. So I'm gonna go and place down a little bit. Farming / mining. Yep. Place airstone. Any chance of placing some more airstone? There we go. That's pretty darn good. The more airstone we have coming in, the better. Obviously, I don't think that we're in particularly short supply of airstone at the moment. Looks like the cake is looking fine at this moment. Man, this is looking great. It's looking great. We're making an unbelievable amount of berry cakes. We're making an unbelievable amount of money. How are we doing over in Sandwich Land? Oh, goodness me, the lag is, it's getting pretty atrocious, actually. Sandwich Land is looking pretty okay. Sandwich Land is going well. All reporting good. The problem is that we're not getting enough cloth, really. We really are not getting enough cloth. And that is, I think, because the resources that we're getting over here are just not coming in fast enough. There we go. Is that any better? Looks good to me, honestly. Nothing negative to report in. That's looking pretty darn good. Lots and lots of cloth. Lots and lots of cloth is quite important. I can upgrade barns? What? I did not even realize. Oh my god, I can upgrade barns. Oh my goodness. That's incredible. You know how many resources I could have had by now? That's simply just bonkers. Sure, get an upgrade to that barn. Get another upgrade to the barn. Get another upgrade to the barn. Oh my goodness. I mean, is there any barn that we need to upgrade the capacity of? Might as well upgrade it 3 times, right? 1, 2, 3. Yep. 1, 2, 3. Holy cow, I can't even believe it. I just spent like 5,000 coins on that. And I know that's going to mess up, like, production. It's going to immediately kickstart a whole bunch of production that I didn't really want to kickstart. But, oh my goodness, that's incredible. How is this lumber mill not putting out more lumber? Still getting a little bit of iron. What I should do is I should place down some iron. Can I place down some iron ore? Right, let's do that there. I don't even have enough. I don't even have enough regular belt. Right, do that, and then get a barn. There we go. Looking good. That way, we'll divert attention slightly for a little bit, because we will reposition the iron. Place iron ore deposit. Page down. There we go. It's pretty darn good. And we'll get rid of some of this deposit, actually. We'll get rid of some of this stuff. You know what? Yeah, let's just do it now. Remove resource. Yeah, remove that. Remove that. Remove that stuff as well. Delete the tree planter. Copy that block right there. Right. Looking good. We got 10 workers in here, for goodness sake. I feel like we should at least be able to increase our production just that little bit more. We got 5 workers in here. Goodness gracious me. Why is this not working? There we go. Alright, that should be almost continuous production of planks. And with continuous production of planks comes continuous production of wheels. And with more production of wheels comes more production of belt. And with more production of belt comes more production of money. And with more production of money comes more production of progress. And that's really the only thing that we really care about, isn't it? Magic belt? Sure. We can do magic belt. Bump up the number of workers in here. Why not? Good opportunity. Got 5 workers in this workshop, for goodness sake. And we still need more wheels. We've got 10 people working at the forester. I mean, we cannot really get even more wood out of here. This is we're approaching maximum capacity of the wood that we've got over here. Maybe we could get another forester? Sure. Will that actually end up working? That totally ends up working. Let's just get a magic belt. And along here. To be honest, I'm gonna ditch these resources. Ditch this as well. And connect that up. I know that we're looking for some extra capacity. I know that we're looking for some extra iron to be mined out here, but honestly, I'm just going to try and place down sort of iron whenever it becomes available, i.e. place it there, just place it around in areas that, you know, are a little bit off to the side, perhaps, because I don't think that we really need too much iron over here. Yeah, I think that we're fine for iron at the moment. Yeah, maybe we get a slightly faster belt out here. If we get a slightly faster belt, I believe that means that it will extract resources from the building at a slightly faster speed, which is kind of what we're after. So we can extract them from the iron mine slightly faster as well. Right. Speed this whole belt up just to see if that makes any difference. Right. Looking good. Looking very, very good. Add an air booster. Are we even close to the air line over here? Not really. Also, this is a bit of an issue here. Turn that off there. Yeah, we need to let some crystals through. Because if we don't, then we're gonna have backlogs, I guess, backups. Very long tailbacks. Tailbacks of dilapidated crystals, which is not exactly what we want to have happen. All right, looking good. This is looking good. This is looking really, really good. Yeah, why have we got... We're not getting much... We've got stamina spellbooks. We're not getting much... much in the way of air power over here. Because the way that it's built, at the moment, it's only taking crystals from... It's only taking crystals from the shrine. Which I don't think is what we want to have happen. I think what we want to have happen is... that. And then that. And we want to have a splitter right here. There we go. That way, things will work just that little bit better. I say that they'll work better, they actually might work worse. But you know what? At least they'll work. Something else that we could do is we could set up like little mini recharge stations. Because at the end of the day, right? There's nothing stopping us from having just like a little template which we can deploy out here, which is just a little recharge station. I.e., we're talking... In fact, you know what? Let's sort of plan this. Let's plan this out. So we'd need a couple of buildings. We'd need mana transmitter. A mana receiver, which I'm sure we have over here. Where's the receiver? I placed down a receiver just recently. There's a receiver there, so that's fine. And then we also need a recharger as well. Right, so we could get the crystals. Crystals could be received over here. Have we built on top of the connection? Oh, we actually have. Hold on a minute. So, the crystals are put into this machine here. Hold on, delete that. Delete that, delete that. Delete that. And then... No. Yeah, do that. Then they go to the receiver. Then they go to the refresher. And then they go to the transmitter. Right. I don't love it particularly. But we'll give it a bash. Okay. Some belt. Let's get some grabbers. There we go. And mana transmitter. Right, how do I empty the storage? I'm gonna have to just trash it entirely. Fine. Let's get it back. Shouldn't take too long. Right, and let's go up above. So. Yeah, why is this not working? There we go. That works perfectly. What do we need? 2 coins? Missing input ingredient? Oh, it's because it's not oriented in the correct way. There we go. What do you know? And that'll recharge stuff for us. Let's just let a couple of crystals into the system. Let's get it nice and backlogged. And then disconnect that for just a second. Go, disconnect that, disconnect that. Keep that little nub there. Connect that up there. Perfect. I actually think that that is almost flawless. Yeah, and now we don't even need to worry about power. There is pretty much just infinite power over here. We could probably go for an even more compact setup, to be honest. We could probably have this mana transmitter right over here. But now this building is entirely self-sufficient. Entirely self-sufficient of mana power. How great is that? We don't even need to worry about it. We should probably just try and do that wherever there is power. I.e. over here at the enchanter. I smell an opportunity. Right. Let's try and do a basically mirror setup. Mana receiver. Transmitter. And then a recharger. There's got to be hotkeys to this that I'm just blissfully unaware of. Right. Good stuff. Grabbers. Right. I mean, it's literally this simple, I believe, right? Right. So mana pipe, connect up there. And you can connect up here. When you're done, we'll get a little bit of a backlog going before we connect up. To be honest, we can already start dismantling some of this piping. We don't even need any of this. Well, we don't need any of this. Shouldn't have done that. Okay. Connect that up there. There we go. There we go. Look at that. I mean, I'm just trying to use the existing pipe network that we have. But to be honest, we can delete all of this. We can be pretty darn happy with that. Delete the depleted filter. Nope. There we go. What do you know? I don't want to say that we've solved the problem, but we've pretty much solved the problem. It's not perfect. We've got a lot of depleted crystals. But the great thing is that we're actually going to reduce the amount of depleted crystals that we have in the system anyway, because most of the crystals that we're going to use will be recycled. Same with over here. And also, we talk about air power. We can give, like, buildings specific air power boosts. We could just create, like, a little mini network, and that would probably be fine. We've got to make sure that we've got enough crystals in the system to sustain it. But I think that we do. I think that this is all fine. Oh, actually, I say that. I say that. And it doesn't work. It doesn't work. I mean, it does work. It just doesn't work as flawlessly as I would like it to. Which still means that it doesn't work. But there we go. Yeah, maybe 2 recharges will make a slight difference. That looks good. Yeah, that looks perfect. Okay, so 2 rechargers maybe is the sort of golden ticket. The perfect number of items. But honestly, that's looking really, really good. We still got money in the tank. Cash in the bank. Purchase this here. Oh, beautiful. That's fantastic news. We actually found the Earth Temple. Okay, that's great. That's a step in the right direction, that's for sure. Okay, so with that, next episode we'll be able to relatively easily, actually, I think, just get this earthstone sorted. You know what we should probably do right now? We should probably just go to tools, terrain flatten down. I did spend a pretty penny, but we've got some earthstone down at the regular old level now. I spent about 2 grand on that demolition works, just to make you aware. But things are going to get better. Things can only get better, as they say. Is this system working? Oh, we got a lot of cooked chicken. Yeah, so the answer to that question is no. This system isn't exactly flawless. But you know what, there's always room for improvement, and improve probably we shall in the next episode. Ladies and gents, thank you very, very much for watching. My name, of course, has been Potato. This has been Factory Town. I'll see you next time. Bye.